In today's video, we are going to get the oil changed in this 14 Ford Explorer Sport. This guy has the 3.5 liter twin turbo Ecoboost in it. Yes, the same one that's in the trucks. I don't know too many of the differences, besides obviously it's sitting horizontal instead of vertical, or depending on which way you look at the car, it could be either way. But anyway, we're going to jump right into this. But first, before we do, safety. Talk about safety. Check this out. As a reminder, if you're working in a heated garage like me because it's freezing cold here in Michigan, obviously you want to have flammable stuff and stuff like that out of the way, and stuff that you care about. You don't want to melt it, right? Yeah. I want my beer to get warm. Alright, so in order to change the oil on this beast, you're going to need a couple of things. You're going to need some tools, and some oil, and some supplies. That's as detailed as you're going to get. Alright, to be a little more specific, obviously, you're going to need some oil and a filter. So, I use AMSOIL. Everybody that watches these videos on a regular basis knows that. If you want to know why, just research it yourself. But, yeah, once a year, protection. Can't beat this stuff. But anyway, oil, filter, and then down here, come on, down here, got a jack stand, my little crappy Harbor Freight jack. I got a big one, but that one's nice and light. And then something to catch the oil in. And the rear tires are already chocked because you're like, well, why do you need a jack? Because they eat too much pizza, that's why. Anyway, here's a beer. Drink too much beer? Probably both, but anyway, right now, just drinking coffee, so I'm on a diet right now until about an hour from now when I get done with this. I'll be off my diet. Ooh, that's cold. God. Anyway, alright, getting back to it. Tires are chocked already, so this isn't the most comfortable thing to get under, so I'm gonna put a little clearance under that and me, put the jack stand under it, and then find out which wrench this takes. Typically the Fords are 16 millimeter, and of course that's the one that doesn't come in every set. But anyway, let's check this out. I actually love this jack. Woo-hoo-hoo, that's as far as it goes. I think that'll be good. Oh, that filter's right there, sweet. Looks like a 16. Oh, hell no. Well, it's pretty sloppy for a 15. Alright, underneath the vehicle right now, the drain plug is right there, right above the oil pan. And then the oil filter is right there. So nothing to it. I'm going to drain the oil here out of the plug. After that's done draining, I'm going to clean the plug off, put it back in, make sure to tighten her down. And then I'm going to slide the oil pan over here to catch everything that drips out of removing the oil filter. So here we go. Alright, so the oil is drained in there now. So, while it drains, I'm going to pull the oil fill cap, just allow everything to drain down better. Alright, so I gotta give a quick shout out to Super Clean. I've been using their stuff for quite a while now, especially their floor absorbent. I made a mess here from the last time I changed the oil in my truck, and I guess I forgot about it. So, this stuff, I love it. It's like cedar shavings. But they make a ton of stuff. They make some of the best degreaser I've ever used. That'll take care of that. Alright, so I got the old oil filter out. I've got some 530 left over from my truck oil change. So I'm just going to get some in the cap there. And then I'm just gonna moisten the seal around the filter. Seeing this, how this filter is straight up, I'm going to get some oil in there to start, and then I'll have more of an accurate reading when I'm initially adding oil to the vehicle. Here we go. Okay everyone, the underside is all taken care of. The new filter is on there, the drain plug is in. Make sure obviously the gasket on the drain plug is still on there and it didn't stick to the oil pan. This vehicle specifically does have that gasket on the oil plug. Another thing I forgot to mention is if some jack monkey in an oil change place or a dealership over tighten the oil filter, you're not going to be able to get it off by hand, unfortunately, and you got to have something stupid like this. You should never have to use this, but that's what you get with people who are inexperienced. Anyway, alright, it's time to put oil in this bad boy. This is a 14 3.5 liter twin turbo Ecoboost, and it takes 6 quarts. I use a funnel. I do not try and Jimmy Oaks it. Definitely not that good. Yeah, I think that'll work. It looks pretty good to me. Yeah. And again, I am using AMSOIL 530, and this is the Signature series. When you start putting in oil, this is a good time to double check that you put the drain plug and the filter in the bottom. Well, the drain plug anyway. You'll be able to notice that bad boy right away. Alright, this guy here, this will be a total of 5 quarts. I've got a couple of partials here that I'm going to add to it. At this point here, I am going to clean off the dipstick. And give her a look-see. Woo! We don't need much. We do not need much. That's just a little over 5 quarts. I pre-filled the filter, so there's still some room in there that's gonna need to be filled up. But yeah, I'm right at the bottom of the okay. So I'm gonna grab my other partial. Oh man, if I can get this back in here. I'm gonna add a touch more. All right, let's get this bad boy on the check. All right, yeah, she's right to the top there of the hash marks. So after I cycle this for a while, run it, should be good. Always give it a little wipe on the oil cap. Put this bad boy back on. All right, and that's really a wrap. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna bring this outside. I'm gonna run it for a good 5 minutes, make sure everything's circulated. I'm gonna go park it back in the garage. I'm gonna let it sit for a few hours. I'll come back, check the oil then, and just to make sure everything's perfect. If I need to make some adjustments, then I'll add a little bit or whatever I need to do. But other than that, that's how I do it. I just like the added security of knowing exactly where it's at. I think I covered everything, guys. If you got any questions, pop a comment below. Other than that, yeah, good luck. Until we meet again, guys. Later.